Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Happy Saturday morning. You know this is the Chosen One, Gabriel Skywalker, playing DFS Club, coming to you guys with the NFL Week 10. We've made it this far, guys. Week 10 NFL video. Last week was great. Got Justin Fields, got that stack on point. So I've had some big wins, and like as far as the eye can see every week. So I play three lineups, and at least one of them, one out of the three, has gone bananas. So welcome. If you're new, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and hit that bell icon so you know when I go live, guys. I'm gonna start doing more live before lock NBA videos, 2 hours before lock. So also, we get 100 likes, 100 comments down below. You'll be in the drawing, guys, for a free 1 month DFS Club membership. That's right, 1 month free. You can be a member, you can be a non-member. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, guys, if you leave a comment, what's up, Skywalker, whatever you guys want, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You'll be in the drawing. And if you're ever so inclined, down below is also a tip jar. It's a super thanks button with the heart next to it. We're gonna throw a couple bucks in the tip jar. You guys have been so generous with that. Thank you so much. You get a special shout out in the next video. In the next video, and it just goes a long way. So if I've ever helped you win a couple bucks, it's always good to pay it forward. Um, and I'd really appreciate it, guys. And you get that special shout out. You get your little highlight of the day, and I think it's pretty cool. So, without further ado, though, let's start the fucking show. All right, so I'm gonna keep my phone near me because it is Saturday morning, technically here on the West Coast. So we're still getting NFL news as the day goes on. So, first, let's shout out the NBA video, the last one. Got a couple super thankses, so we got to shout out the real ones, man. Catcher AD with a $1.99 super thanks. Thank you so much, Catcher. I really appreciate it, brother. So I didn't do a video last night. I think I'm gonna take Friday nights off. I think I'm gonna take 1 day a week off to keep my sanity because I play everything, guys. The club relies on me for NHL, a lot of NHL, NBA, and of course NFL. So thank you so much, Catcher. Hopefully this video helps you. Hopefully the club helps you because you are a DFS Club member. And God bless you. May the takedown gods be with you, brother. Catcher every single day is donating, and so is Jan. Jan, $2 super thanks. Also has if you're new to the show, my cat Schroeder is the real star of the show. I think he's sleeping right now because he's not used to me filming at this hour. But Jan has a couple of his own, so he knows the expenses of the salmon treats, the tuna treats, the fancy feast. So thank you so much, Jan, for the $2 donation. You're the real one, and you already know, Jan. We're gonna get this. You're not gonna be taking the fucking bus this weekend, and we're gonna win big again, like we have been, because we won't stop and we can't stop, guys. That's just what we do. So if you want to be highlighted in the next one, guys, whatever, it can be $1 for all I care, man. You get your special time to shine. So, and if you want to join the club, the DFS club, we're playing everything, guys. NBA is red hot right now. NFL, NHL is just printing money right now. No one wins as much NHL as we do. That I will put my record up against anybody's. That only plays three lineups, guys. I only play three. I'll play 150. If you do, that's up to you. I got nothing against that, but that's just something personally. I take pride in my lineups. When I hand build them, I put a lot of time into them, a lot of research into them, and it's been paying off. When you put in the hard work and it pays off, which 9 times out of 10 it does. It's a beautiful thing, guys. Come ride with me. Come grind it out with me every single day, guys. That didn't sound right, but dfsclub.com. Go to the website. You got 2 in 1, man. You got DFS Space, my brother, myself, Skywalker DFS. We have a community with over 700 members, guys. 700. And you can look at the slideshow here of all of our big winners. If you think we're not the best in the business, just look at these. Feast your eyes, man. We have $100,000 winners in here, $50,000 to $60,000 winners in here for every single sport, guys. They're all different sports. It's insane, but we're degenerates in here, man. So we play everything. We got the members only podcast 1 hour before lock. We're doing it today, right when the UFC card starts, but that's okay. I can miss the first couple prelim fights. And that's when Space and I go in there with our surgical gloves and really break down these slates. So you get that. You get all my lineups. You get ownership. You get projections, all the tools you'll ever need to make $1.01 in this business. So all you got to do is click join now. And no bullshit, guys. This is no, like, cancel at any time. I don't care. Like, Skywalker, I want to cancel. No problem. I get it. Real life stuff happens, man. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, so I get credit. Really appreciate it, guys. And then look at these plans. Just feast your eyes. We got bronze, silver, gold plans, 3-day passes. Every plan, you get everything I just said. The only difference between these is the more you pay up, the more you save. Other than that, you get everything, even with the 3-day passes, guys. We cover prize picks, underdog, sports wagering, you name it, we do it, guys. So stop losing, start winning, stop taking the fucking bus. DFSclub.com, guys. Yeah, we're doing great things in here. People love the members only podcast too, because we do it exclusively to the Discord and the members, not on YouTube. But yeah, people love the podcast. I can't blame them, man. They're fun to do, and Space and I enjoy doing them. So we'll be up at the butt crack of dawn tomorrow morning for the NFL members only podcast. So let's get into this, guys. So this is draft dashboard. Let's pull it up here. So week 10 here, it's kind of a tricky slate. Everybody's priced up. So we got to find that value. But you know what? I got you. I got you guys. So Josh Allen, it's a dart throw if he plays. I don't think he's going to play. That leaves $5,000 Case Keenum. I believe he's 5,000. What is he on FanDuel? Let me check here real quick, because Draft Dashboard does not have him on the player pool. So Josh Allen has like a pitcher's elbow. So those of you that rode with me through the MLB season, that's a big injury. So a baseball player would probably be at a month with that. And I have Josh Allen in my season long fantasy. So I hope it's not that serious. They're saying he's day to day, but man, I doubt if he plays. So on FanDuel, Josh Allen is 9-2. Case Keenum, which would be the backup, who I think is in play, man. He's 6-1 on FanDuel. So yeah, he's probably about 5K on Draftkings. If Josh Allen is out, if you want to, I wouldn't even say punt either, because Case Keenum's not a bad quarterback. He does a lot of dump off passes, and it's a revenge game too. So if Josh Allen's out, I can get to some Case Keenum, and I probably will in one of my lines, guys. Patrick Mahomes at 7.9K. Yeah, man, going up against Jacksonville, he's going to chuck the ball. He doesn't dud. That's the thing with Mahomes. He doesn't dud. His lowest score in his last 5 games is a 25. All 30s above that. So it's a great matchup. I like Patrick Mahomes at 7-9. You got Tua at 6-7. So you got to make your stance. You guys already know at this point what I'm about to say. Try and correlate I'd say at least 2 pass catchers with your quarterback that you're choosing to correlate your stacks. You just got to correlate them correctly. Like, you could have had all the Joe Mixon you wanted last week, and I heard people that still didn't cash for Joe Mixon because they didn't correlate the rest of their lineup correctly. So it's very important that you do that. Everything goes into it. Ownership, just logic, right? Leverage plays, that type of stuff. Tua might be a good leverage play because, he's so closely priced with like Justin Fields, who's very popular this week and rightfully so. So Tua at only 10%, I think, is a great leverage play going up against this Cleveland defense. They've looked better, but they're still not that good. And Tua's going to chuck the ball, and he only throws to 2 wide receivers. That's it. So I like Tua at 6-7 as a leverage play. Justin Fields looks like he's going to be the cash play probably this week for myself. He gets the Detroit defense this week. So if you liked them last week, you're going to love them this week. 2-1 quarterback. So running back, quarterback, he might catch a pass. You never know, man. Love to see this kid's future, what it's going to be like. I'm excited for him. And shout out to Justin Fields last week, man. He's a freaking beast. 46 fantasy points. Definitely in play. Russell Wilson, not on your life. Matthew Stafford, I don't know if he's going to play. He's in the concussion protocol, so I'm not going anywhere near the Rams. Daniel Jones, not this week. Dalton, nope. Goff, nope. Jacoby Brissett has the best matchup on paper. So Jacoby Brissett gets Miami, who gives up the most fantasy points to quarterbacks this season. So Jacoby's purely in play. I know it's gross, but he's only 5'4". The thing with him is you have to correlate him correctly because he has so many wideouts now that he can throw the ball to. So that's the tricky part. I get it, but I love the price on Brissett right now at only 5%. So he can have one of his 20 fantasy point ceiling games here very easily against this Miami defense. And I think he's going to have to throw the ball. Cleveland, people don't like rostering Brissett because they ground and pound the freaking ball, man. It's just run Chubb, run Chubb, run Chubb. So yeah, give me Brissett though at 5'4". And yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm not gonna get to Dak, Kyler Murray. Like they just have bad matchups. They're in play, but just bad matchups. I'd rather throw in like I said, Case, man, if Josh Allen's out. Let's go to running backs. So running backs, it's not a lot of value. I'm not gonna lie here. There's not a lot of value, good value, mind you. You got Saquon Barkley, the top of the slate here. Houston gives up the most fantasy points to running backs. He's priced up though to 8.6. My goodness. 15, 21, 19. He gets 20 plus carries consistently a week. Doesn't get that many targets, 3 to 5 a game, but I mean 20 carries is 20 carries. That's Derrick Henry numbers, man. So I like Barkley against Houston. You're just gonna pay a pretty penny. Derrick Henry's in play. The only thing is Tannehill is questionable. So, but it is against Denver. Like, does Denver blow anybody out? Probably not. I just worry about the game being close, but I think it will be anyway because it is Denver. No offense to Denver fans. No offense. But when my money's on the line, we got to face facts here. Derrick Henry's had 2 games ago, 32 rushes. A game before that, 30 rushes. This man does not get targets, but man, 30 carries a game? The Yeti, love him this time of year. So 8.3K, 17%, right under Saquon. Yeah. Out of the two, Barkley has a better matchup. It's not really a leverage play either if you go Henry because they got the same ownership right now. I'll just trust Derrick Henry more, man. Especially this time of year, the Yeti just goes off. Then you got Nick Chubb at 8.1K. So if you're rostering Nick Chubb, I probably wouldn't roster Brissett with him because he's not a pass catching running back, just as a standalone. Going up against that Miami defense, I like it. I don't love it because I think Brissett's gonna throw this week. He's gonna have to. So, but Chubb's always in play. Probably one of the best pure running backs. I think Derrick Henry still holds the crown, but that's why he's named King Henry, guys. But Nick Chubb's in play. Josh Jacobs could be sneaky this week at 7.6, but the ownership's there. So if this ownership holds at 18%, I'm gonna fade Josh Jacobs. It could be a mistake. It's against Indy, so you got 2 terrible teams going off against each other. You got Saturday, the new coach in Indy, who's probably going to run the ball. I guarantee you, Saturday is going to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor down here. With that said, I'm still not playing Jonathan Taylor at 7.5. He's just that offensive line is so bad. It's not his fault. Like, don't be so hard on Taylor, man. If you got nobody blocking for you, good luck in the NFL. You're not going to be very successful. All the good running backs always have good offensive lines. So I think Saturday is going to run the ball a lot, but I'm just not going to get to Jonathan Taylor. You got Alvin Kamara at 7.4K going up against Pittsburgh. Looks like a great spot for him. Coming off a floor game. Only 9 rushes, only 4 targets. It was an ugly game, guys. I believe it was a prime time game. So, but I think he's firmly a play here against Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne at 7.1K. He's getting all the ownership right now. 23%, man. It's because if you don't want to pay all the way up, you got to pay down a little bit. His upside's phenomenal. It's just if Jacksonville he might get games scripted out here. If Kansas City goes up 21-0, 28-0, probably won't see a lot of Travis Etienne. He had 5 targets 3 weeks ago, but other than that, man, he's just purely running the ball. So, yeah, he's in play, but at that ownership, I might fade him because I look at game scripts too. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville can keep up with these guys. So Trevor Lawrence going to be forced to throw the ball. Which, by the way, let's go back to quarterbacks. What's his price tag this week? 5.4. I think, yeah, you can throw Trevor Lawrence in there at 5.4. All right, back to running backs. I just talked myself into Trevor Lawrence, maybe. I don't know. Let's see here. Damian Pierce, he's always in play. He's just a really safe play. 6.3K. He gets a lion's share of the carries too, man. 20, 15, and then he had 27 carries last week. 16, 14, 17. Dude's a monster. He's a beast, man. He runs like the ball like with a lot of anger. Puts his head down, just rams, and like, come on, try and tackle me. He's one of those like monster running backs. So I like him. 6.3K against the Giants. I think this game's gonna be a little scoring, so hopefully a lot of running with him and Barkley. David Montgomery. I know I just threw it in my mouth too, but it is against this Detroit defense. 6K. I don't love it. I like the low ownership though. He's still getting 15 to 14 carries a game. I know the backup's getting some work too, but it's still Montgomery. It's a healthy Montgomery. Knock on wood. And it's a great matchup against Detroit. So if you're looking for some low ownership in this range, I think Montgomery's, you can take a good look there. Najee Harris even. Najee Harris is only 5.5 now. I like the price tag. It's against the Saints, who's kind of middle of the field at giving it up against running backs. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 3. Their talks, yeah, they're gonna give the backup here also some work after the bye. So, but I just love the price here for 5.5 for Najee. I mean, he can break a slate at any moment, but just another team that doesn't have a good offensive line. So that's why he's not having a good year. Same story with him and Jonathan Taylor, man. Just those O lines are so bad. Tony Pollard, I like only if Zeke's out. If it's a Tony Pollard backfield, you best believe at 6.5K, he's going to get the damn thing done. When he gets that ball, man, he's like like he's shot out of a cannon, man. So fast. So yeah, 6.5K if Zeke is out. I really like the Tony Pollard play. Right now at only 3%. That could change if Zeke is out. I like Devin Singletary, guys. Nobody, I don't know. Well, 10%. I guess that's okay right now, but if Case Keenum's going to play, do a lot of dump offs, I think Singletary's targets are going to go up. But I think they're going to run the ball a hell of a lot more too against Minnesota. And this is a time of year where Singletary, if you guys remember last season, toward the later stages of the year, was really breaking slates, really getting a lot of touches in close games. He gets lots of touches. The upside's there. He can literally get 3 rushing touchdowns, just fall into the end zone right there on the goal line. So I like the Singletary play. He's only 5.6. Probably my favorite 5K range running back on the slate for sure. And that's as low as I'm going to go running back. Like I said, there's not a lot of good value. Let's go to wide receivers. Tyreek Hill. Yep. Especially if you're going to play Tua, you got to pair up Tyreek Hill and you got to pair him up with Jalen Waddle. I would play both of them because that's all he throws the ball to. That's it. It's easy to correlate and stack the Dolphins. You got Tua, you got Hill, you got Waddle. He doesn't throw the ball to anybody else. Maybe you got Gesicki in the red zone, which pisses you off sometimes, but it doesn't happen every week. Tyreek Hill finally got some red zone. He got 2 red zone targets last week, finally, and he did get in the end zone. Got a 30, but 30, 35, 14 in his last 3. Just peppers with targets, man. 8, 14, 13 targets in his last 3. Yeah, him or Cooper Kupp, with possibly Stafford being out, I'm going to go Tyreek Hill. Stephon Diggs is always in play, man. Even if Case Keenum's in there. 8.3. Maybe you can correlate. If you're still going to go with the Bill stack, I don't think it's a priority. Like you can go with Dawson Knox, especially with Keenum being a dump down quarterback. Dawson Knox, I think, would probably benefit the most. So if you're going to do a Bill stack, maybe Diggs and Knox. I don't know. I would definitely get Knox in there, but we'll get to tight ends when we do. But just got to throw his name out there. D-Hop at 8K. Yeah, one of the best wide receivers in the league. We just talked about Jalen Waddle, so 13%. If you're doing a Miami stack, I would do Waddle. If you're not doing a Miami stack, I probably wouldn't do it because it doesn't make sense if you're not stacking him with his quarterback. 20, 34 in his last 2, 7 and 9 targets. But yeah, only if you're going to stack Miami, guys. Amari Cooper, 6.5, I think, is too cheap, man. He gets Miami too. So those of you with your Brissett stacks, I love Amari Cooper. He loves it there in Cleveland too. He's a lot happier there. It's his team. The targets, they're pretty. I mean, they're okay. 12 targets 3 weeks ago, 4 and 7 in his last 3. It's just Cleveland runs the ball. It's what they do. But in this scenario, like I said, I think they're going to throw more. Amari Cooper, 26, 10 and 14 in his last 3. And 6.5K is really not breaking the bank. Juju Smith-Schuster, 17% ownership, and rightfully so. Patrick Mahomes next to Kelsey, he's been his favorite target lately. 5, 8, and 12 targets in his last 3. 25, 28, 19 fantasy points. So KC stacks, Juju fits in perfectly. Christian Kirk, 5.9K against Kansas City. Should have a double-digit fantasy point week. I like the spot. He got 9 and 7 and 10 targets. He's there, guys. The targets are consistent with him, close to 10 targets a week. He's only 5.9K, and he gets that soft Kansas City defense. So then you go Trevor Lawrence, man, in a stack. You throw him in there with Christian Kirk. Jerry Jeudy, slot receiver for Denver, 5.7K. Just when you thought it was Cortland Sutton, then all of a sudden Jerry Jeudy comes out of nowhere. Targets, 8, 17, 7, 11, 7. Those are lucky numbers. So 8, 17, 18 DraftKings points in his last 3. I think 5.7 is a little cheap, and it's a good leverage play because Darrell Mooney is going to be popular this week. 5.5, especially if Fields is going to be popular. You're going to correlate him with Mooney and another wide receiver, Chase Claypool. New addition to the team, right? So Claypool, Mooney, I think will be popular. Claypool's only 4.8. I'm willing to take some shots at Claypool this week. I know he's new to the team, but he should know the system by now. So with Justin Fields throwing him the ball, yeah, I like him. I like Mooney. But Judy's just a good leverage play because he's right there in the same price as these other guys. So, but yeah, Bear stacks, Mooney, Chase Claypool. Yep. Cole Kmet did have a good week last week, but how many are we going to see? I don't trust it. Cole Kmet can get you a goose. I've seen it too many times. So let's see. Donovan Peoples-Jones, too, for the Cleveland stacks. 4.3K. I know he has 3 last names, but for crying out loud, man, 12, 12, 12. Very consistent. 9 and 12 in his last 5. That's very good. For 4.3K, that's awesome. Targets are there, 4, 6, and 5. He makes the most out of his targets when he does catch the ball. I like Donovan Peoples-Jones at 4.3. Even with Njoku being healthy. Devontae Adams just like a one-off at 8.7. It's the Raiders. His floor is scary. He got 1 fantasy point 2 weeks ago. But the ceiling, he got a 40 last week. With no Hunter Renfrow, I think he gets all the looks, man. He's going to get peppered with probably 17 targets again. So if the Raiders go up big against Indy, now Indy does have a good defense. One thing good they do have is a good defense. But Adams could be sneaky this week at only 9%. Nobody's going to want to play him. Let's face it, because it's the Raiders. But he's just an alternative for a pay-up. And then St. Brown for Detroit, 6.9K. Nobody's going to want to play him either, I don't think. I think the price is too cheap. He still got 9 targets last week, guys. Still got 10 targets the week before that. The targets are there. 10 and 14 DraftKings points. The ceiling is 20 fantasy points or more for him. So, yeah, man, this could be a shootout. So I like St. Brown at 6.9. Am I get to a Detroit stack? Hell no. And then you got to consider Rondell Moore, 5.2K. He's back. He's healthy. The targets have been there, man. 8 and 10 targets in his last 2. 23 and 15 DraftKings points. So when D-Hop's not getting the ball, it's going right to Rondell Moore. And he's cheap. 5.2K is not too bad. You can take some shots with MVS from Kansas City at 4.1K. He just drops the ball a lot, guys. He gets the looks. He gets the deep shots. It's just get some sticky gloves or something, man. Because if he catches these balls at 4.1K, if you correlate Kansas City just right, and you have MVS in your lineup, that's going to be the difference. So I do like him as a dart throw at only 4.1K. He is the deep threat on the team, man. He just got to catch the damn things. So many drops. It's painful to watch. It's painful. All right, let's look at tight ends. Lots to choose from. Just like every week, right? What's been working for me are two tight ends, one in tight end, one in utility, because they're just underpriced. If your name isn't Travis Kelsey, it's underpriced. Kelsey 7'8", where he should be, right? So you're basically paying 7'8" for one of the best wide receivers in the league. That's how I look at it when I play Kelsey. I think he's too cheap. He could be 9K, and you can justify it. The targets are there just as much as any wide receiver, 10, 8, and 17, and the fantasy points are there. So I do like Kelsey at 7'8" if I get to Mahomes. TJ Hawkinson loves being in this new team, man. He's only 5.3K. Week 1 in his new team already gets 9 targets, 16 fantasy points. I love Hawkinson here at 5'3", man. Nobody's going to be on him. Everybody. I can't be alone in thinking this. Everybody's going to pay down at tight end this week. That's what I think is going to happen. So as a leverage play, maybe you pay up for Kelsey or Hawkinson. Zach Ertz is fine at 5'2", but I'd rather play TJ. The Muth, Pat Fairmouth, 4.2K. He's fine. Consistency is key, right? Claypool's out of town, so Pickens got a nice goose egg last week. That was nice. But Fairmouth does not get goose eggs. So 4.2K, you're basically playing for maybe maybe their wide receiver one. Some could argue 7 and 9 targets, 10 and 16 DraftKings points. He's not going to break a slate, but just a real safe play at a cheap price. Like I said, Cole Clement at 3-4 is fine. If you're going to do Justin Fields stacks, I wouldn't get 3 pass catchers. That might be a little much. Because what are the odds of your 3 pass catchers all getting 2 touchdowns, right? So, especially with a rushing quarterback like that, I'm not going to get to Clement, but he's worth a look at 3-4. Give me Dulcich, man, at 3-4. I'd much rather play him. You know he's going to get his targets in Denver. 5, 9, and 3. 12, 11, 13, just a double-digit fantasy point monster. He's the tight end one for this team. That's well established now. I've been saying it for weeks, but we all know now. So I love Dulcich at 3-4. Dawson Knox, I like at 3-3. If it sounds weird to say, if the future GOAT is out and Keenum's in there, I like Dawson Knox because of the way Keenum plays, runs his offense, the dump offs. And I think Dawson Knox would probably get, I'd say, at least 7 targets. So, especially red zone targets. Yeah. It'd be cheap to stack Buffalo if Keenum's gonna be back there, man. Dawson Knox will be part of my Buffalo stacks if Josh Allen is out. Foster Monroe, he's going to be the tight end 1 for the Raiders. He's only 3-2. Indy's actually pretty soft against tight ends, 22nd in the league. So he's worth a look. I mean, he hasn't gotten double-digit fantasy points yet, but I think he's due, man. Only 3.2K. He'll get 5 to 9 targets a game. Dalton Schultz, 3-8. Like, are you serious here? This is Dak's fucking safety blanket right here. He'll get his targets, 7 and 5 targets. He's only 3.8K, guys, against Green Bay. I think Dallas is going to beat the brakes off of Green Bay. I'm never going to roster Green Bay again. Aaron Rodgers and that team will never go anywhere near my lineups again, at least this year. So I think the Cowboys beat the brakes off them. I think Schultz has a pretty decent week at 3-8. So that you can see why I'm going to play 2 tight ends this week. There are tons down here with great upside, tremendous upside. And that's what we're looking at here for week 10, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Just trying to stay relevant and alive in the YouTube world, man. The MLB season was so great for my channel. Just views have gone down, down. Memberships are still there though. People are still buying memberships, which is great. Like I'm really not in it for like getting rich off of memberships. I get rich off of my DFS, but I love doing these YouTube videos. I love doing them. So let's get these views up, man. NFL views are still good. They're still there. For some reason, the NBA views are just, and normally NBA views are like my most popular. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully people are still interested in NBA, man. It's so much fun. But this is NFL. This is the NFL video. These are my most popular videos, and the results speak for themselves. So hopefully this helps you win some money this week, member or not. And the most important thing is don't overthink it. when you're making your stacks, just try and be different when correlating them. Because if you can get them just right, that's going to be the difference between taking down $1 million and like min cashing or not cashing at all. So just don't overthink it. I mean, it's not like NBA. You'll have plenty of time with the injuries. There's a lot up in the air this week still, with the Cowboys, with the Bills. So just keep your eyes on the news, guys. My name's Gabriel Skywalker. Thank you so much for grinding out with me this NFL season. It's been very profitable. If you want to join the DFS club and win some money with us, go to the website dfsclub.com. Look at the slideshow. Look at the winners. They speak for themselves, guys. This is no bullshit. Cancel at any time. No, why are you canceling? Okay, I get it. I don't ask questions. No problem. When you want to come back, which 9 times out of 10 people do, you know where to find us. I want to build like 10,000 people in here and help 10,000 people win money every week. Helping people win money every week is the greatest feeling as a provider, coach, however, whatever term you want to use in the world. Some are just out there for themselves. I'm out there for you guys. I've made my money in this industry. And I'm continuing to make my money in this industry, but I want to see you guys do it too. So check out the club. Go to the website. Click join now. Click my logo, Skywalker DFS. Pick any plan, guys, and you're in. You'll get an email instantly with an invite to the Discord where everything's at. We got UFC going today, guys. We got NBA going today. We got NHL going today. Weekends are just insane. I saw college sports going off today. So don't miss out. Stop taking the fucking bus. You can start riding with us in our limousines, guys, our Rolls Royces. Start wearing Rolex watches, Armani suits, dfsclub.com. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. Absolutely nobody. It's always going to be my number one tip to you. And I'm out of here, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.